Hey Brenner, this lesson or this video is to help you with some of the ideas we talked about at the lesson, and I'll give you a little bit of help with this wading through a window thing, which I think you've got happening pretty good, especially the first section, and then we'll see if we can conquer that. I guess I would call that the chorus when it gets down there. So first things first, I am going to do a little scale warm up stuff with you here, but I did want to talk about how to do these key signature things. So there are two rules. One is for sharps, one is for flats. The flat one is really easy. If you have more than one, like here there's B flat and E flat, right? E flat is the last one, right? It's the furthest out to the right. You always just back up one, and then that flat is the name of the key. So here we're in B flat, and we'll have those two flats, of course, that you've been playing. I would like you to know the scale. Sorry, here I got a music stand. All right, and this one is unusual because of the fingering. Some people start with two. Because you're immediately going to the thumb, so they want a short trip. Technically, if you want to go more octaves, it's smart to go 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That way it's consistent. I always like that. And then if you go multiple octaves, you've got to go 4, 1. Anyway, so my approach to B flat major is to do 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4. And it's probably driving your sister crazy with the metronome, but let's get one going for you too. I'm going to do it at 80 beats per minute. And we'll do a couple rounds. Hopefully we can hear that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the one. And then let's find the chord there. B flat chord is in this a lot. Let's just do a triad. B flat is a kind of an awkward chord. See how the black key on the bottom? You can stretch in for it. Slide over a little bit. All right, and then one more time in eighth notes. We'll do 2 rounds up and down here. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. So just a quick little warm up on that scene. And then let's go and dive into the piece here. So I really have no qualms with what you're doing on this first part of it. I think it's great. You got a good feel on that. I did listen to the song, and it's pretty cooking as far as the speed goes. I'm thinking around like, So once you're, comfortable with that part, you don't have to go that fast, but I think, and I think you're doing a great job of working those lyrics in there, together with that part. It would be a lot easier to be like, But I think it translates well to have that repeated B in there. So I would keep that going if you can work the lyrics. It seems like that's happening. So let's keep up with that. So I did want to talk about, I guess, the second page, where he's got, no, I got nothing to say, and it transitions down to that C minor. I'll give you a look at this sheet music real quick. That's this part, right? So there are some different left-hand things here. I think we've got yours all marked up, and if you're comfortable doing it the way you are, that's fine. But just playing through it, I was finding those to be kind of useful. And that is the treble clef. That's going to be the D, E flat, D and G. That's tied. And we've got F and A. And then it goes into that huge C minor chord. So I think you've got that transition working pretty well. I'm going to, I guess, give it a couple rounds from that. So if we're going... and then just straight down into that, the roll. So you probably got it smoother than I do, to be honest. Let's see, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Sorry. Let's try that one more time. Mr. Chris is having a rough time with that one. Okay. And then you've got these chords happening pretty well. You know how it goes. We had step out of the sun. Good. And then that big build up there, we can get that if you want. That's that big string part, where they do because you've learned is doubles. It might be a fun little project for you there. Let's see. Let me back up a little bit there. So if we could so basically what's happening there is just building up an F chord. It's kind of nice. You just have that F octave down there. You know how that looks. And then I would just count it out. You're going from the C, C, C and F, C, F, and A. So all F chord notes, right? Just adding one, stacking them on. Then we get this kind of suspended thing. Instead of the A, they've got the B flat. There's two of those. The next one's on the next line. So let's take a look at those. C, C, C and F, C and F, F chord, sus chord, and then we get the C on top there. Cool. So I'll run that a couple times with you. One more time. C, C, fourth, fourth, chord, chord, sus, sus, octave, octave. Okay, and then we're going to jump up to just straight octaves, 1 and 5. And those notes are F, A, B flat, C. It's kind of like when the Saints go marching in. And those hops are worth practicing on their own if you just got F, A, B. Right. Cool. And then it jumps down into that, all that stuff. So yeah, just for fun. Again, you don't have to get that section. You can just hit a big F chord, but it might be fun, especially since we got the time there. So let's put all that together in the right hand. I'm gonna start from that C. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. I missed the C. Let's try that again. That's what I get for looking at the phone. Here we go. One more time. Okay, and then hoping that to sound super big, every one of those things we play in the right hand has the F octave down low, 5 and 1 down here. So we get 1 and 2. So great build up, and then we're back into that. Cool. So this part is where I basically you can make a decision here. I do think it's possible to play that right hand pattern and get the words in there. And what I've done is highlighted on my music like this, like where the bigger chords hit, where we're doing the, you know what I'm saying, the B flat F B flat deal compared to the lyrics. So if you want to do that, I would literally go word by word and start very slow. But I do think it could be done. I'll give you an option here in a second. But, you know, if you're walking up, on the outside, always looking in, will I ever be sorry, it's so much to keep up with, but you see what I'm saying. And it's a lot to put the left hand with it, but obviously you could work that part up separately. But yeah, I would say if you want to get it that way, maybe stick to the right hand. And on the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been, 'cause I'm tap, tap, tapping on the glass, waving through a window. Cool. It's a beast. And I'm not winning any singing competitions anytime soon, but you know the melody, and again, your voice is great, so if you want to get that, that's going to be cool. The other mode I would practice that in is where you're just doing the left hand and that without trying to do the vocals, just so you can get that part nice and smooth. I'll do that with you a little bit. So that's that part. Let's practice it one more time. I'll speed it up just a little bit. I'm trying to stay real steady. I'm not going to pull the metronome in just quite yet, but just until we get the coordination. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, cool. So again, if you can coordinate that with the vocals, more power to you. This would be a bit of a project, but we've got time, and it would be super cool. Now, I do think an easier way, I could see this being for the second half, especially. I think where I just stopped would be definitely where I would go into this mode. But again, listening to the recording, I think the piano is mostly doing the chords. And you could also, I'm trying to keep that same chord that he's doing, and I'm failing. Sorry, let's do B flat up, B flat. Yeah, so keep that voicing in your top, and then I'm just doing the chord symbols above that. So let me show you how those chords go. If nothing else, I think it'll give you a way to, get the harmony and practice singing with it. Sorry. All right, so let's learn those guys again. It'll just give you some options. I would do the G minor, right? G, B flat, and D, and then E flat. It says sus2. That's kind of going to be handled by if we do that above it, that B flat, F, B flat. So again, I would just focus on the triads down here. So this would be G minor. I would play the E flat like this, moving up for it. Just D to E flat, and then back to the D for this B flat chord, and then let's do F sus, which is F, B flat, and C. So it's basically those four. I'll go through them one more time. G minor, E flat, B flat, F suspended, or F add 4, however you want to think about it. And yeah, those repeat. Cool. So at the end there's that great part with the melody where it briefly jumps out of the key. You're going to a D7. You could do it like this, but since you're in this area, I would invert that to where F sharp is the bottom. A, C, D. It goes back to G minor. Great. So now let's hear those with that chord shape on top. So you can just add them together with the chord. I think would be nice. Or if you can kind of go half and half if you're doing the. See what I mean? Like kind of mimicking that rhythm of where they hit. I'd have to count it out, but 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that sort of thing could also be cool. But for now, let's do the just solid chords on that thing, and that'll be the easiest to sing against by far. All right, so here we go. On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than always been? And I'm tapping on glass, moving through a window. Try to speak, but nobody can hear. And I wait around to appear, and I'm watching people. Cool. So that's how I would handle that section. Again, I look forward to seeing what you do individually with it. There's all sorts of rooms for interpretation, which parts you want to include, which parts you don't. I'm going to do one more version where I'm going to play the chords without that right hand voicing. I'm going to try to get the melody best I can, just so you can have something to sing with. And I do sorry, I know I'm giving you a lot, but I do encourage you to learn the melody in the right hand. Even if you only play that and sing to it, it'll just help you be super accurate with how that goes. All right, cool. So again, this is from On the Outside, Always Looking In. 1, 2, ready, go. So really nice part there. So I love the way that hits, that E flat up here. Great. So again, it's an ambitious song. It's tough for me too. I'm kind of learning it as you do as well. But I think it's a great project, and obviously you're making some good work with it. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Just kind of give you some practice guidance there. And we'll deal with some other stuff as well. But this one is just for there. All right. Thanks, Brenner. And I will see you at the next lesson.